All right. Well, we're back. The Graveyard Shift Movie Podcast.
Heyo.
This week it was Bag's pick. He picked I Know What You Did Last Summer from 1997. Classic. What- Is that what you think about this movie? You have to cover your
Yeah,
nose from the
it's a
stench.
stinker. No,
Yeah.
it's me playing with these little
Yeah.
clamps. That's what I do when I don't have the camera on. I just fiddle.
Uh, it's one of those movies that I've known about my whole life, but I've never watched it until now. Uh, you know, I think I think I'm good with a one watch. I'll give it fucking, I'll give it a 4.5.
Bags, what did you give your pick of a movie?
I'm gonna give it a 6.
I'm going to give it a 7.
Oh man.
Shockingly, for only one reason.
Okay.
And that's the ending.
The ending.
The ending.
Hmm.
Well, within that, like,
Well, spoilers. Spoilers. We haven't done the spoiler
Yeah.
warning yet. So I guess now's when we do the
Bags,
spoiler.
you're like cutting out in the middle of your sentences.
I'm gonna I'm gonna exit out of this and like rejoin. All right.
Okay.
Dude,
But yeah, this movie has Sarah Michelle Gellar, Jennifer Love Hewitt, Freddie Prinze Jr., and Ryan Felipe. And what's that nerdy dude from Big Bang Theory? John Krasinski?
Yeah, something like that. I
And I
don't
think John
know.
Krasinski's the guy from The Office.
Yeah.
The cool guy. He's from A
Yeah.
Quiet Place or whatever.
Yeah. He's in a bunch
Then,
of shit now.
but what's the guy's name in Big Bang Theory?
Can't
Can't.
think.
I'm completely. Hey, Bags.
yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah.
What's the name of the nerdy guy from The Big Bang Theory and Roseanne who's in this movie?
Uh, Johnny Galecki.
Johnny
That's
Galecki. That's
it.
it.
Yeah.
I said John Krasinski, and I was like, that's not right. But I
Yeah.
was going over the cast while you were gone.
Johnny
It,
Galecki.
is her sister Sonya Blade?
I thought so, but I don't think it was.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
was it?
totally.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That lady, I don't care what anyone says. I've found her hot my whole life. Like, she
Yeah.
is, in my
She
opinion,
married
the
a
hottest chick
pro
in the whole
tennis.
movie. So, she's the only reason I like Billy Madison. Yeah.
Hmm. Not because of the telephone line.
I'm gonna punch you.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
Anyway, hey, spoiler warning.
here we go,
Uh,
boys. Are you
Time
ready?
to get into it. So, first spoiler of the movie. The movie starts off with typo negative.
It's a great song too. I listened to it like 3 times after I watched this movie.
Yeah.
I really like it.
Terrible cover.
Well, that guy is real crazy too, right?
He is something. He's dead as hell, too.
Alex
Um,
Steele or something. I can't remember his name.
sure. That cover was alright. The cover I didn't like was the cover of Hush that they use for the credits and for, like, when the dude's driving and he pulls up to the gym or whatever. I was like, what is this?
What
That
about the
was a cover.
song?
That was a cover, yeah.
What about the song they played at the 4th of July party the first time? When the guy was like, and she said, "Woo, blue, 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 blue," and like it just kept going like that. I thought it was Primus at first, but there
Uh,
was a girl playing the bass, and I was like, "Well, that's not Primus."
no, it's definitely not.
So
Yeah, I forgot how much, like, late 90s movies like this love their covers of, like, 60s and 70s songs that they throw in. But,
I really, like I said, I thought the music was okay.
yeah.
It was all right.
I kind of, speaking of, what's his face from The Big Bang Theory, his character was so weird to me, where, like, he started off as a waiter, and they were, like, I don't know if they were picking on him, or he was, like, trying to hit on Homegirl, but she wasn't having it. And then, like, the very next scene he's in, he goes from being, like, dorky waiter to like pulling up to when they just hit that guy. And the Freddie Prinze Jr. is like, "Is there anything I can do for you?" He's like, "Yeah, you can wipe that shit-eating grin off your face or whatever."
Yeah,
And I was like,
well,
"What?"
I think they both come from that fisherman background. So he was like, "You can try all you want, but you'll never be like them." And
Yeah.
then,
exactly.
foreshadowing, he was right. But
Hmm.
so, anyways, this is a story about 4 people in a car that hit a dude, and then a year later, monster guy comes back to kill them all. That's the general gist of it, right?
I don't know if he was just a regular dude.
He was not like they make him seem like a regular dude, but I don't. There's no way.
I
Right?
mean, spoiler for I always know, or wait, I still know what you did last summer. He is might return in that as a monster.
I've never
He
seen it.
doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's up?
it's like it's someone else in the next one, isn't it?
No, he's just not a monster.
I swear to God, he's like all blue and shit or something.
Have you seen it?
Jeepers Creepers.
I've seen like bits and pieces of it, or like
Oh.
clips of it or whatever. But anyway,
Monster.
We'll get into that one later.
yeah.
I probably won't.
Fucking there was that scene with Johnny Galecki where what's his face in the sweater, what's that guy's name again, Ryan Felipe
Ryan
or
Felipe?
something, yeah.
Yeah.
he's like take a hike, chum bait, and then they like they like get into the weirdest little slap fight, and it was like, what is going on?
Dude, what about when he fucking like grabs it? Like, don't
Yeah.
fuck with me, I know it was you. It's like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about?
Like slices his face up too.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Goes from like 0 to 100, like every fucking.
Yeah, he's like, "Don't worry, guys, I got this. I'll be right back." And he like
Yeah.
nonchalantly goes in there. "Hey, is there somewhere we can talk?" "You son of a
He was
bitch!
like-
I'll fucking kill you!" And it's like, "Oh god."
Remember, Galecki, it's not private enough for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
So let's get into the meat and potatoes. Let's get into the bad guy.
Okay. What
So-
about him?
Later on, there's a part where Freddie Prinze Jr. is chasing Homegirl. And the fisherman dude just puts his arm out, hits him in the middle of the chest, and he like falls down, knocked the fuck out, like instantly. And I was like, "What? This guy's like Superman." I don't understand it.
Yeah.
But there's just a lot of stuff like that to where like he kills Ryan Felipe. And then the cops go up there like right afterwards, and they're like, "Nothing here." And it's like, how did he take this body
No,
all the way?
Well, how about when Homegirl opens up her trunk and Johnny Galecki's in there with crabs crawling out of his mouth and shit, and then she goes to show her friends and he's gone. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
There's a lot of shit in this thing that. All right, well, there's a big hurdle for me in the room. What do y'all think of Jennifer Love Hewitt, just I guess as a person and her looks?
She's all right.
There's a lot of times where it looked like she was Frodo with a wig on during this movie.
Oh yeah.
Like, there's a certain angle from the side to where I was like, she looks like a UFO.
I don't know.
I don't know, she kind of seemed like a bitch. Like,
Yeah, when she was like talking to Prince and stuff all the time, and she's like, "There is no you and me." I was like, "What?" Okay.
it's like everybody moved on from this accident but you.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't really like anyone in this movie. The only one I liked was Ryan Felipe.
Well,
Yeah,
she
he
plays
was
3 different
cool.
characters, right?
Who?
Because like in the beginning, Jennifer
Oh.
Love Hewitt's like happy-go-lucky, lost her virginity to dude on the beach lady.
Uh-huh.
And then when she comes back for the summer, you notice like her hair is like greasy. She's not like taking care of herself or anything else.
Yeah.
And then at the end, she's back to the original, happy-go-lucky. I think she tried to change her acting style or moods to fit, and it just didn't work.
Can that virginity scene on the beach? Can I talk about how like it's like she just looks at him and then lightly takes off her little coat she had on, and he's like, "Really?" Like, and then it just plays like some soft acoustic music and pans out.
She's like, "That's it? We're done already?" He's like, "Come on."
Yeah.
I'm a prince. So
I'm a prince.
Nobody drives my car, but nobody drives my fucking car. But it's
Yeah.
like giving it.
Yeah, giving him his keys as he says it. Which I don't know how that dude didn't get like bashed in the head when that dude rolled up on the car and like smacked him and shit.
this movie
He
came
would
out
have
what
hurt.
03?
Like,
97.
It's a very 90s movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. It
Um,
was I like the way they built everything up. I don't like the way at the very end Homegirl just automatically figured out who the killer was.
yeah, we had like all the pictures and stuff of like
Well, no, before that, when she was like, "I know who it is," and she came
oh
running. She was
yeah,
like, and the weirdo sister who like came out with a knife, and she was like,
yeah.
like,
I
"Wow."
don't know what that was all about, but yeah, I don't know. I
yeah,
don't
that was Anne Hayes. She's
Yeah,
like a bigger actor than Holly. Like,
yeah. Um yeah, I don't. So what was so I'm trying to think of. I know I knew it at some point, but I don't know it anymore. So the guy who ends up being the killer,
hmm
he was the dad of the guy
no,
who killed himself.
no, he was the dad of the girl that got killed in the drunk driving accident.
Okay.
That's why he had the tattoo of Susie on his arm
All right.
because they were assuming it was the dude, but it wasn't. It was her
Well,
dad.
okay. Well, who was the guy that killed himself?
That was just some guy.
That
He
was
was,
just some random dude.
he
yeah,
felt
like,
bad about killing his girlfriend.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Because I was like, where does the other guy come into all this? But yeah. Did you like the reveal of when the sister, the creepy sister, was talking about how some dude named Billy was coming around, like hanging out with her and stuff? And then when
Yeah.
Jennifer Love Hewitt's like talking to Freddie Prinze, she looks at his boat, Billy
Yeah.
Blue, and she's like, "You're the killer." She like goes running.
And the dude
Yeah,
can't get off
he
his
would-
boat. He's like, "Who put all these crab traps?" And he's like,
Yeah,
and stuff. And I'm like, "What? You just got on this boat like 2 minutes ago. Like, I don't
yeah,
understand what the holdup is." I know there's a lot like when Sarah Michelle Gellar gets all her hair cut off. I kind of butchered her name. Just Sarah Michelle Gellar. She gets her
yeah,
hair cut off, like, and it looks horrible. And then the very next scene, it's like perfectly cut. She's
yeah.
like on the parade thing, and I'm like, what?
I don't know, was it even cut off? It was just like falling out. I was like, what's going on?
It
Like
made it seem like dude like ripped out a lot of her hair or whatever. And then, like I said, in the very
something.
next scene, she looked fine.
Yeah, she's perfectly good.
All right, the time for the question: your favorite scene and your least favorite scene.
Oh, uh, all right. My favorite scene has to be the when you see the overhead shot of what's her face, the blonde we were just talking about, where she's getting killed like 5 feet away from the parade that's walking by or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And it's like if she would have just went 4 more steps, she would have been all right. That was my favorite part. My least favorite part, I'll just throw this out there because when she said it, I was like, "What?" When Freddie Prince is like, he's throwing out all his emotions at the end. He's like, "I still love you," and then she goes with this line. She goes, "I understand your pain." Like pulls
He's
him
like,
in
nobody
for.
knows me like you.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh." So
I understand your pain.
there you go. Those are my favorite and least favorite parts.
It's a little crazy, but all right. I don't know, Bags. You know what your favorite and least favorite part was?
Favorite. Probably when Sonya Blade got killed. I thought it was very unnecessary.
That's your
And
least
then-
favorite, right?
Yeah. Sense.
I thought they should have played it more into her being the killer
Yeah,
because she was
Hey.
just mean the whole time.
she was mean.
Right?
So I think they wanted to go that direction, but they just ran out of time or something. And didn't have the money.
Yeah.
Felipe's stylist bills are high, so
They
I
should
like
have.
when Felipe. Sorry, what?
I was gonna say they should have made Jennifer Love Hewitt the killer, because she's the only one that didn't want to hide the body. Because even the blonde like gets in on it at some point. She should have been going around being like, "Fuck y'all."
that's something I don't understand in the movie. Is like I understand the dude killing the four of them because they hit him with a car, but then he kills like Sonya Blade. He kills the fucking random cop.
Max.
He
Yeah.
kills Max, and Max is just a fisherman like him. Like it makes no sense.
Yeah.
So
What were you gonna say about Ryan Felipe?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is the favorite.
Yeah.
He was like, remember when he chokes out fucking Jennifer Love Hewitt? He's like, "We take this to our grave."
Yeah. Yeah. That dude was freaking out.
And fucking Freddie Prinze was like, "Calm down, man."
yeah.
Yeah. Well, then
Don't
he's like,
choke my girlfriend.
yeah.
We take this to our grave! Let me hear it! Let it go, Barry! You fucking say it.
He's like, everything's gonna be okay. Like, yeah. I like when they hit the guy and they realize they've just like manslaughtered the dude or whatever. They bust out these flashlights and it's like, all right, here we go. They're gonna look for this guy. They go like halfway around the corner. He's just laying there, and it's like, oh shit.
Well, she finds his shoe and she's like, a shoe. And I was
Mhm.
like, all right, or boot.
Yeah.
But
Like, I don't think I would. I don't know why she knew they hit a fucking body. They were gonna come up on this body. But, like,
Right.
Fucking the corner.
it just bugged me. Like, they pick him up, they put him in the trunk, they do all this stuff. And then right before they're about to throw him in the water, he's like, ugh. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
And he
He didn't
steals
wake up.
homegirl's crown.
Ryan Felipe went in quick after that. I was like, man, that's the
He
man.
did.
Action, you know. I don't know.
Like,
My
it
least favorite
was-
part of this movie was the Ryan Felipe boxing scene.
Oh yeah.
It had no point of being in the movie at all. And then the
Yeah.
shower scene afterwards, so he could walk around in a towel, and I was like, none of this makes sense.
That town was kind of cool though, right? Like where they shot it.
I like the
They
buildings
was
and
like-
stuff. It's in North Carolina, so it's probably close.
Oh, it was.
What? Yeah, a week ago.
Everything on the water.
If you look, I keep wanting to call her Sydney, but that's the girl from Scream.
Yeah.
Jennifer Love Hewitt's car has North Carolina tags, so
Julie.
I'm assuming it was in North Carolina. Even though it seems like a kind of movie that's in like Boston or something, right?
Yeah.
But I don't have a favorite scene in this movie.
Hmm. What about when Jennifer Love Hewitt sits down with her mom at the table, and the mom's like, "How's the snapper?" And I was like, "Was that a pussy joke she just made right there?" Like,
I think my favorite scene is when Ryan Felipe attacks that fucking old man.
yeah.
And then afterwards he's on the ground and he's like, "Ah!" Yeah, and he goes full fucking just. I shit myself.
He looked like you know the LA Noire clip of the where it's like, I don't know if this guy's telling the truth, or it's like, oh, I wasn't over there.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty good.
I don't know who the best part of this movie is. Because
I
it's supposed to
mean-
be Jennifer Love Hewitt, right? She's the main, right?
Yeah.
But she was just bad. It's like she was reading off of like the notes. And then like every scene just had just shit tons of cleavage in it. And I'm like, oh well, they don't want you to pay attention to the movie. They just
Yeah.
want you to stare at boobs.
Like when they asked for iPhone, they're like, "Who would want to kill you?" I don't know, some guy in a.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like we all know you own a slicker.
Yeah, that's the only basis they had for thinking Freddie Prinze was the killer at first. Was they're like, you have a slicker? You're the killer.
The only reason Bags picked this movie is because he used to ask people about slickers all the time.
Oh, yeah?
He's like, yo, you got your slicker? You'll be alright.
Isn't that what it's called?
Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
I was like, I wonder if these guys made that work.
No. These dudes, the best scene with Ryan Felipe is when they're like they're telling him about getting the note or whatever at his mansion. And he's
yeah.
like, listen, we all make mistakes. And she's like, yeah, only one murder comes to mind. He's like, you shut the hell up. He like cuts her off so fast.
His mom's like on the phone inside.
Yeah, yeah.
You did a lot of things last summer.
Yeah, well, only one murder comes to mind.
You shut the hell up!
The weird part is
Everyone-
how they all had like these illustrious careers ahead of them, and then of course they all failed, right? Like Selma Michelle Gellar was working the perfume counter. Fucking homeboy was a crabber, you know.
I thought that was a real good reveal, if you will, when she's like, I need the number to New York. The sister's like, she doesn't have a New York number. Go 10 feet to your left. And it just pans. She's right there.
Yoinks, you know, zoinks.
Yeah. But,
I don't know. Like I said,
there was, this movie made me think that, Ryan Felipe and the other chick weren't dead. Because it never shows them, like, get killed, just sort of grabbed. So part of me was like, oh, at the end, they're going to be tied up on the boat or something, like. But no, they were dead. They just didn't show it. I was like, oh, okay. Fucking Johnny Galecki's the only one that got a cool death in
I
this
got
movie.
it.
Yeah.
Well,
I was-
Sonya.
He got
Son-
like the most cool fucking Galecki.
I didn't hear anything you just said. I heard
No.
you're breaking up real bad, homie.
Fuck.
All I heard was Galecki.
Yeah. It just sounds like the mic is like away from you or something, so it's not picking you up.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What were you saying about Johnny Galecki?
That guy got like the most fucked up death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Okay. I don't know if y'all ever hauled hay before, but you use those hooks to haul hay also, right?
Uh-huh.
I have a feeling that fisherman guy was holding the hook wrong 90% of the movie.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to like go in, right?
Yeah.
And then half the time of the movie, it's going the other way.
Yeah, he's like holding it down. or something.
Yeah. And I'm like, that's wrong. I'm sure it could be used either way, but
Yeah.
it looked weird.
I thought they were gonna have a scene where when Ryan Felipe gets his car jacked and he like chases the dude out there. And at this point he still thinks Max is the guy sending the notes. And he does one of those lines where he's like, Max, you're so dead. And it's like, haha, because, you know, he is dead. I thought the dude was going to turn on the headlights and then, like, Max was going to be, like, strung up behind them or something. And be like, oh, shit, Max is dead. But, no.
So
It
he didn't
was-
kill him there because of why?
I don't know. I don't know why he didn't kill that guy.
So that he could tell his friends about the slicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, to be like, yeah, he's back and he wants us dead. Build the tension. But I mean, if you're that obsessed with killing these people,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess in his mind, he had 3 days, right? He had till 4th of July.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I don't know. I will say, though, when it turned the 4th of July, I was like, bad things happen on the 4th of July. I know
Mhm.
this by experience.
even though you broke your foot on the 3rd,
It was the 4th.
I don't think it was.
Yeah.
It was?
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
I don't
Because
think
it was Saturday the 4th.
Oh shit.
so. The 4th was on a Sunday.
It was on a Saturday.
Listen, I'm looking at a calendar right now.
You're not.
Of 2020.
July 4th
You
was
got
on
me.
Saturday.
1973 calendar bags. Way to call me
Oh,
out.
shit. Speaking of deaths, I saw this. So this is apparently based on a novel, which I didn't know about. Written by Lois Duncan.
The Dunkin' Donuts fortune, right?
That's yep. And she was super opposed to this turning into a slasher movie because her youngest daughter was murdered by an unknown assailant in 1989. Her original book, even though it was still about a guy like stalking them and trying to kill him and stuff, no one actually gets killed in the book. So she didn't want this to be a slasher movie, but fuck what she wants, right?
You consider this a slasher movie?
um, yeah, it's got the
Mhm.
the aspects of it.
Well, I mean, usually slasher films have the like the ghost powered type guy or whatever.
Sometimes, yeah.
Well, I mean, all the times.
Yeah,
Those
this
all
was
the
a
time.
slasher. This is one of the original slashers.
No.
Yeah, right.
It's just so weird because they keep telling that story about the guy with the hook,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like
Mhm.
this guy could have used anything to kill these people. Like that hook was the most non-needed thing in the film, but
What was it that, like, cause dude, Ryan Felipe, like, jumps up on his car, and then dude, I thought he drove through a wall, but it looked like he just drove through, like, a nightstand with a mirror that was just sitting in the road or something. I was like, what did he just drive through?
it was like a dock with a barge.
Right? It was something weird.
But yeah, it was just like a retaining wall or something.
Yeah.
I mean, that whole he goes to the gym, and he's the only car you see.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And then like I'm like that's weird. Maybe the gym's real empty. But then he gets out of his thing, locks his car. He's like boop boop. He's like it's a Beamer. And then 3 people walk out of the gym, and I'm like,
Yeah.
well, where are these fucks parked? Like this doesn't make sense. So
The scariest part of this movie was just after they get done talking to the sister, and they're, like, sitting in the car talking.
yep.
And then this bitch is like, "Hey!" like, out of nowhere. And, like, she's, what did she leave behind? She's like, "You left your,"
Cigarettes.
oh, yeah. And I was like, why are you being so spooky?
It wasn't like a nice hey though. She was like, hey, you
Right?
like the cigarettes? I see the car started, and they're like pulling away while she's in the thing. And I'm
Yeah.
like, good lord. I was like, no.
You're giving us way too much credit.
Hey!
I thought when the blonde chick, like, goes home and her dad's, like, watching baseball, she's like, "Hey, Dad," and he doesn't, like, acknowledge her at all. And I get now it's like, oh, she has a bad relationship with her dad or some shit. For the second, I thought it was gonna be one of the things where classic slasher where she walks in the room and then, like, his head falls off or something. But then, like, he was blinking his eyes and he took a sip of the drink. I was like, oh well.
So it's weird. She runs into her sister Sonia at the party in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, hey, I'm your ride. Let's go. She was like, tell mom I'm going to be home late or whatever.
Yeah.
Then you never see the mom.
Never
but then
see
she
the
goes
mom.
home and it's dad. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
What?
You want to know? For some reason, I blocked out that was her sister. I didn't know. I don't know how I missed it, but and so that scene where she's in her room, and then this bitch comes barging in, and she's like, "I need you at work." At this, I was like, "Who is this fucking bitch coming in here telling me I need to be at work?" And then she was like, "I always was the favorite sister," and I was like, "Oh, okay." For a second, I thought it was just a really intrusive boss that was coming into her room.
I'm coming for you, Tommy.
Yeah.
yeah.
You're like, I need you at work now. Yeah. But... Oh, can we talk about the most famous scene from this movie, which is the only scene I really knew, which was afterwards when she gets done showing her friends the body that's not there anymore. She's like, "What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for?" Like, turns in a circle and it's a top-down angle and shit. And that's the
Homegirl's
only.
looking super hot in that like it's so weird, but yeah.
What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for?
That's the only scene I knew from this movie. Was the "What are you waiting for" scene.
I knew the balcony scene.
The balcony. Oh, of him getting pulled
Yeah.
back in the balcony.
Yeah, him getting got in the balcony. I remember that one. Like I said, I remember bits, but I didn't remember who the killer was, which made the movie really enjoyable. So, but I don't know about watching these sequels or whatever, because I'm sure he comes back next time without a hand and just a hook, right?
Probably, yeah.
So,
Right, right after that scene of her doing the "What are you waiting for," is when Prince comes walking on over and he's like, "Hey, what's up, guys?" And he's like, "You're gonna die," punches him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, And then like they fight, and then like immediately afterwards, the guy's like, "All right, so if it isn't Prince, who else is it?" It's like, "Oh, thanks."
Yeah, well, he never liked Prince, remember?
Yeah.
He was like always trying to be one of us.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I got. Prince is like, I got a letter.
Yeah, I
He was
got
like,
run
"Oh."
over.
Yeah. Homegirl had her hair butchered or made it into coleslaw. It was something weird.
Yeah, made in the coleslaw or something.
And then it was like, well, I got a letter too.
Yeah.
And then he's like, Max is dead.
Max is dead as hell.
So did you think the guy was going to end up being Freddie Prince's dad?
No.
I
Because,
didn't.
Because, he's like, oh, I don't know my dad. I just know that he was a fisherman.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, I saw the Billy Blue, and I was like, ooh, they're brothers.
Yeah.
But, of course, they went a completely different route where they just made up an imaginary dude
Yeah.
with the oldest looking boat ever that was big as fuck.
It was giant. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, do you think that was real ice?
I was just
No.
about to fucking say that.
It was God, I
Like-
remember reading it. It was like gelatin or something.
It looked like little diamonds, like fake plastic diamonds, but like a
I thought
shit
this
ton
dude
of-
was a jewel thief for a moment. I was like, oh shit. I was like, he's got the diamonds.
Diamond.
Diamonds.
But
Hey, speaking of diamonds,
what a delayed day.
yeah, fucking Roger Ebert. I remember mentioning this on 13 Ghosts, how he had it in his list of most hated movies. This is This is also in his list of most hated films.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
But
So-
you got to realize it gave birth to all the other ones that came after it, right?
Did it? I think
So-
Scream gave birth to all the other
Did
ones. that
Scream
came
come out the same year?
Scream came out in like 96.
Oh, it beat this one by 12 months.
I'll look. Well, Tyler's looking right now.
December
Yes,
20th, 1996.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because this movie is the guy who wrote this movie.
Kevin Williamson.
Yeah. I read that he always is like, I wrote this movie before Scream came out. Like, he's very upset that Scream.
So, Scream came out December 20th, 1996. And I Know What You Did Last Summer came out October 17th, 1997.
Yeah.
So, 10 months?
Yeah.
So, the film probably had to be in production already.
Yeah. Well, it only took 50 days to shoot, so it might not have been. I don't know. Had a budget of $24 million.
You got to realize that every single, like, Prince, Jennifer Love Hewitt, Sarah Michelle Gellar, and Ryan Felipe, they were all, like, big names. Not
Were
so
they?
much. Not so much John Galalakalaka.
Yeah.
But like,
Well, what was Buffy the Vampire Slayer going on then?
I think this
okay.
is towards the end of it. Even
Oh,
I think Buffy
yeah.
started in the 90s.
Made a box office of $84 million.
Damn.
So made some money on this one. Yeah, you said it too, or you asked in Discord or whatever. Yeah, Freddie Prinze Jr. and Sarah Michelle Gellar got married after this movie came out. Well, not
Oh, that's
after this
dope.
movie. They got married in '02. I did look it up to make sure they were still married. They are still married. I was like,
Yeah,
they
she's
might have
like-
they
she's
might have
in
divorced.
something new, and Freddie's like sitting at home with the kids or something.
Hey, listen,
But,
it is what it is.
Buffy came out March 10th, 1997.
Oh, so it came out like
It-
6
this
months
launched
before
their
this
career.
movie.
It might have. I'm trying to look at her IMDb to see what she. I mean, she's not great at all, right? Like,
She was in Scream 2 right after this.
Yeah.
apparently she's the voice of April O'Neil in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's how well her life.
What? Well, Freddie Prinze has her beat because he was fucking what's his face Fred in the Scooby Doo movie. co-starring
yeah.
with Matthew Lillard.
Yeah.
Isn't she in those too? Sarah Michelle Gellar?
She is. She's
Oh, is she Daphne?
the hot one. I don't know.
Yeah, Daphne.
Thelma, Louise.
No.
But yeah. I mean, I think no. Yeah, Thelma's the hot one in my opinion.
Also, at the end of this movie, when they discover that they never actually killed anybody because the dude was alive the whole time or whatever, they're like, yeah, so we never killed anybody. That's great. And it's like, yeah, but you still ran over a dude and then dumped his body thinking you killed him. Like, you're not, like, clear of all your sins for this. Like,
I just think it's weird because at the end the cops were like, "Do you need a reason why this guy wanted to kill y'all?" And they're like, "Nope."
yeah. Nope.
Like in unison even. And up to that point, like Jennifer Love Hewitt was like, "I don't feel right about this." So
Those cops are idiots too. They're like, okay, case closed.
yeah, body will show up sometimes. It always does. Yuck.
Kevin Williamson wrote this script before Scream, but was unable to sell it. Following the big screen success of his next screenplay, Columbia Pictures immediately bought I Know What You Did Last Summer. There you go.
And they made
Sick.
$40 million off it. So you know, or
Mhm.
no, $60 million. So
Yeah, I think this guy also wrote Urban Legend. If you ever saw that movie,
I never did.
it's
No.
like another fucking. It's just like these movies.
This fucking dude reminded me of Tom in the beginning of this when Freddie Prinze Jr. was on the beach. He goes, "Actually, it's an urban legend. If you, especially now that you have bangs and shit, like
They're great.
Dude, that guy in the beginning, you know, the guy who was standing on the cliff,
yeah,
who that guy reminded me of Ash. Something about him, his haircut. I was like, is this like a little Ash? And hail to the king, baby.
Yeah.
he had a metal hand. He was like, "Ding-ding-ding-ding-ding."
So you haven't mentioned the what you said you gave this movie a 7 for, which was the ending of the movie.
Yeah, I think the way it ended, a lot of times they don't do those right, to where like, you know, Jason's in the lake and you know he's there, but and it's like we've won, and then everyone goes on their business, whatever. And they do the letter, and then you're like, oh shit, still going on. Then they're like it's a fake, right? And you're like,
Yeah.
oh okay, that's cool. But then it's written on the mirror, and you're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So
And then
I
he
just
fucking
think,
jumps through the window.
well, I don't think that part was real. I don't know.
It wasn't. None of it's real, but
But I just like the fact that they were planning on doing more, and they worked it into, you know, they had the forethought.
yeah.
It's like even when you watch the first Matrix, I don't think they did that.
Yeah, they didn't know they were gonna make more of them. They were just like, here's Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah, 8 flies. Yeah. So it's like I don't know. They had the tenacity to do that.
Man,
so.
real quick though, that is the coolest fucking ending to a movie. When he just is Rage playing in the background, he just takes off in the air. I was like, yo, this is it. Yeah, that's good. This is how this movie should have ended. Prince should have flew off into the air.
But real
This
Prince,
motherfucker,
right?
yeah, this motherfucker flying.
He should have been like,
taken off.
Purple rain.
Yeah.
Oh.
No greenhouses in North Carolina.
Apparently not.
Yeah.
They have a. I've killed turkeys. I've never hung a turkey up to bleed before. So when they go to that crazy lady's house, she has a turkey upside down, like getting ready to be like skinned or whatever. Or
Yeah. Defeathered.
Yeah, and I was like, this is so weird that they would have this out like this. And then like the next scene, she's over there chopping fish, and I was like, what? Where did? Okay.
Yeah. The when the fisherman's chasing around the blonde chick after he got done killing the sister, there's the scene where he's under like the plastic wrap or whatever.
What a horrible fucking scene.
Yeah. And like he's like moving. And I'm like, That's him. And then he like jumps out, and I was like, yeah, that was him. Like,
The worst part is he jumps out, and then he's like, I'm in plastic. I can't get up very fast. And I'm
yeah,
like, what did you think was going to happen when you were like, oh, this is going to be great. I'm going to pretend I'm a mannequin under plastic.
yeah. I don't know.
Everyone's wearing suits, and I'm wearing a slicker and a stupid looking hat. It's like, this is going to be good. So,
Yeah. Which I think nowadays any slasher movie like that wouldn't be him. Like it'd be like, oh, there he is, and then he'll like come out of the corner or something. But this was when no, that's the killer right there.
it just, like I said, he's a normal fisherman, but all of a sudden they made him like this expert killer. I can understand him not drowning because he's a fisherman and like, he probably is a strong swimmer or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Falls off the boat a lot, right? Because always just wasted drunk. But
The thing is, right, is the dude that's in the water when they dump him and it's screaming at them when they go doesn't look anything like the guy who ends up being the killer that's supposedly the guy they hit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like what happened here? Yeah.
That is
Which-
the guy, right?
that's supposed to be the guy they hit, I think.
Yeah.
Unless I missed something.
I mean, I think it is. I don't know if it's the same actor or whatever, but
That's why I thought it was the dad of the dude they hit. But
It's like that guy, like you said earlier, he grabbed the crown, remember, off
Mhm.
Homegirl's head. And then when he went under to get the fucking thing, the dude opened his eyes.
yeah,
Motherfuckers, he didn't mention that when he went back up.
yeah.
He wasn't like, yeah, that guy's still alive down there.
Yeah, he didn't say anything. Yeah, I don't know. And I mean, he says it. He's like, don't run people over who you don't kill and stuff. So that has to be him. But I'm telling you, he doesn't. Looks completely different.
Did you catch when Felipe was like, we never mention this again. This is now a future therapy bill.
yeah, a future mutual therapy bill. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the end where the
Yeah.
guy was like, whatever, and then like Freddie Prinze Jr. like pulls a random rope and it like grabs his hand, pulls it up, and then somehow his hand goes up and gets cut off in like the rigging, and I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, that makes sense. And then all of a sudden it like swings him out over the boat, and then right when he gets over the side, that rope just happens to be cut and runs out exactly the perfect time.
Yeah.
Like, what Willy Wonka bullshit is this? Like,
Only Fisherman Freddy knew how to, work that shit.
Yeah. Hey, don't worry. The body will wash up. They
Yeah.
almost always do. But
it was just like I said, they could have done it so many more things, right? Like, Jennifer Love Hewitt didn't even ever touch that guy. She just ran from him forever.
Through his diamond mind.
Yeah, through the diamond mine. I like how Freddie Prinze Jr. picked up the stick. It's like a gaff hook is what it's called, but he picks up the stick with the hook in the thing, and he's like, I'm gonna fight this guy off.
uh-huh.
And it was like he had never held a tool in his life.
Yeah.
Like, he was all awkward with it. He was like, ooh.
I just saw this looking through notes. And I figured I'd mention it because it made me laugh. After Ryan Felipe gets done threatening Max or whatever, he walks away, and dude's there, and he's like, "I'll call the cops on your college football ass."
Yeah, your college quarterback ass.
Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Like, and then it panned over and it showed the hook missing from the ice.
Yeah.
Was that the same hook dude used through the
Yeah.
movie?
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's what I said. It'd be different if he had his own hook, but he just happened to be something he grabbed.
Yeah, he took someone else's hook.
Okay, why are you yawning, Tom? I'm yawning nonstop too, but
Sorry.
you're supposed to be the rock here.
Yeah. Hey.
So you better add some After Effects in that.
Yeah.
So,
Oh. All right.
but yeah, like I said, it wasn't bad.
What else we got?
I don't know. I'll look through the notes one more time.
I want to say the same exact cast is in a movie called Cruel Intentions.
I think
Oh yeah, two of them are.
Yes.
yeah.
Selma Michelle Gellar and Ryan Felipe.
I think the Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze come back for the sequel,
They do.
but the third one I don't think has anything to do with any of the original people.
I never saw the third one. I always know.
Yeah, I never have either.
Oh,
I
man.
mean, I
'Cause,
haven't
like,
seen any of them.
I still is like a studio movie.
Yeah.
It's like legit, but I don't know.
Oh, Jesus.
There was the one line where when they're gonna, dude wants to toss him in the ocean, and Freddie Prinze is like, "The currents are strong. it'll be wiped away before anyone can even see."
What's the
Yeah,
one?
like there's no evidence in dude's trunk from them putting a body in there.
Yeah, right. Go ahead.
And he was like,
This is blowing my mind right now. So, this has Brandy and Mekhi Phifer in it.
Yeah.
I still know what you did last summer. What's the one after that?
I always know.
Really?
Yeah.
and Jack Black's in I Still Know also.
Oh yeah, he is in that.
Yeah, he's the best part of it. He
Yeah.
gets killed. Spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler.
He gets killed like the most gruesome way too.
It's pretty, yeah. His death is so good though.
Didn't
He's
you
like-
watch it like a year ago, Tom? We were talking about it.
Yeah, something. Because I remember talking to you about that scene. And
He
like,
was like, "No,
spoiler, yeah,
please."
spoiler. The killer's like putting his hand over like a machete, and then Jack Black is like, no, no, and then he goes to like a weed eater, and he's like, no.
He's like running his hand across like various gardening like fucking like yeah.
Yeah.
Cause coincidentally, Jack Black is in a greenhouse. He's growing
He-
pot.
yes.
Like no bullshit. So
Yeah.
maybe I will recommend that one.
Yeah, there's no one in this movie that was in the original.
And I always know. Yeah.
Has Don Shanks in it though.
Who's he?
He's the guy who played Michael Myers in Halloween 5.
Oh shit.
You didn't know that, did you?
No. I don't know most of their names.
Well, it's time you learn something, you know.
How the fuck would I have known that? Screen
Apollo.
legend Myers from 5?
This is the cover art. If you look at it, they all look vaguely enough like the originals, but it looks like a
Mhm.
straight to DVD like thing.
Probably was straight to DVD.
Is anyone in a sweater?
Yeah, well, there's a rich guy behind her. You can't really see what he's wearing.
So he might be in this way.
So it came out on DVD August 15th, 2006, and grossed in excess of $20 million.
What? Ooh, boy, yeah. This looks like something.
Yeah, it looks like a student film.
Why are they both in fucking beaters?
Why does
on this
that
cover?
one brunette
That's a
chick
chick.
sort of look like Glenn Danzig?
Yeah, that's a chick. That's
We won't
holy
say.
shit. That's Tori DeVito.
Is that Danny DeVito's daughter?
I don't know.
Yo, we find this out. This is click on her.
Anyways,
Okay. All right. Well, that's about it for. I know what you did last summer. Next week, this is usually when Tyler would make his pick, but we're doing something special for October.
what the fuck? I had a movie picked.
Yeah, I know, right? That if you listen to the fucking what was that movie we did? Boba Hotep. If you listen to that, we teased it. We totally didn't give it away in that podcast. So October, we're gonna blaze through the Halloween movies. We're finally gonna
Sick.
fucking watch them. So next week, starting off with the 1979, kicking it off with Halloween. So it came out in 79, right? I got that right.
No,
I think so. Was
78.
it 78?
Was it
Yeah.
78?
Fucking idiot.
I'm sorry,
Is it?
man. Sorry.
Yeah, it's 78. I remember it well. It was a
Oh
Tuesday.
yeah, you were a wee lad. All right. So next week, Halloween, starting
How'd your
off
cam
our.
just go?
What's up?
No, your cam on my side just froze, but it's fine.
Oh, that's weird.
Because yours records yours. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, kicking off October, we'll blaze through Halloween's, and then in November we'll go back to the usual scheduled program.
How many Novembers? I mean, how many Novembers? How many Halloween? How many Halloween?
Let's see. I have it marked down of how we gotta do it. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Are we
got 10.
redoing H2O?
No, H2O will just
fuck
stay up as
There's
it was.
11 of these fucking movies?
There's 11 Halloweens. Gonna be 12 next year.
Fuck number 3 too. We'll wipe it.
We're watching 3.
God damn it. He's not. Myers ain't even in that one.
I know. It's gonna be a breath
What about,
of fresh air.
The new one might be hard to watch. It's been
Well,
out. Though.
It's been out, yeah, 2018. Almost 3 years now.
No.
I
Because
was
you were working.
Yeah,
when we watched.
I was rounding up a year. That was the one I had to go to by myself because no one else would go with me. And I was in there with like one random dude who was in the front. It was just me and him.
So you walked in, he's like a random dude up on the front, and so you sit right next to him. You're
Yeah,
like,
right next to him.
Or right
Yeah.
behind him and start kicking this shit out of his chair. What you gonna do, Mikey? What you gonna do?
Yeah. All right.
Repeatedly.
Yeah. Next week, Halloween.
You want to go
Yeah.
backwards? Or do you want to go normal, chronological?
We'll go normal.
Well, the chronological isn't really even chronological.
Yeah, because these timelines change so much. So
The first couple, I think, are going to be hard to get through.
I'm excited for 2. I really like Halloween 2. I like 3 because it's so batshit insane.
I own the second one actually.
And then I like 4 and 5. So Halloween
4 and 5 are
1,
cool.
Halloween 1 though.
That one's going to be a hard one. Yeah.
Uh,
We made it through 7 Puppet Masters. We can watch one Halloween.
yeah, right.
I mean, we only made it through 3. So.
Ah. I haven't watched. I still have the box set sitting over there. I haven't watched the rest of them. All right. So next week, Halloween. Thanks for listening to. I always wait. God damn it! I know
always
what you did.
right.
Yeah, I know what you did last summer, and maybe we'll do, one of the sequels eventually.
We might sneak in a couple overtimes, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
what,
we'll see.
But we'll see.
Yeah. All right, and we'll see you next time.
Beige.
Whoa! You didn't do the like, subscribe, check us out on Spotify, any of that.
Hey, well, there you go. You just
Boom.
covered it for
Hey,
me.
they know.
They know.
They know. They know.
So,
Yeah. If you don't know, now you know.